Hi, I'm George with Acme Guitar Works. This is a Fender Worn Stratocaster that we have hot rodded. We are an authorized Fender dealer, and this guitar is being sold new with a full factory warranty. But we have done quite a bit of work to it, and this is sort of our specialty with Fender guitars. We take the Mexican guitars and we hot rod them. They're good guitars when they come from Fender. The price is right, but they can usually be improved upon, and so we do that. I'll just start here. We did a new bone nut, and we did a fret level crown and polish. We did the bone nut on this one because there were some problems with the stock nut, and so we thought, well, we're going to have to make a new nut. Let's make it a bone nut. We put one on this guitar because it's a good hard material. It's a great material for nuts. This guitar has a different pickguard than it came with. It came with a mint green pickguard. Of course, all of the parts that came with the guitar will ship with the guitar. But we think it looks a lot better with this pickguard. This is actually an old tortoiseshell pickguard. 6 or 7 years ago, we sent a bunch of pickguards to Bill Nash at Nash Guitars, and he aged a bunch of Fender plastic for us, a bunch of Fender pickguards, Fender knobs. So anyway, we still got a bunch of that stuff. So this is it's a new pickguard. It's a genuine Fender pickguard, but it's one that we've had on hand for a long time. Fender has not used this plastic for about 6 or 7 years, maybe not quite that long, 5 or 6 years. I like this tortoise better than what they replaced it with, and you can't get this tortoise anywhere. It's just not available anymore. But this is a genuine 62 reissue pickguard. It's got a full aluminum shield plate behind it. And we also fully shielded the cavity in this guitar. If you properly shield a guitar, you can cut down on some of the noise, like electromagnetic interference and radio frequency interference. It's all over the place, and it will definitely make its way into your signal, come through your amp, and it can manifest itself in terms of radio signals coming through your amp, CB radio transmissions, hum from magnetic ballasts and fluorescent lighting. I mean, there's a million sources of it. So we shield the body cavity, the routing, and then we use the full aluminum shield plate underneath this, like they used in the early 59 or so to about mid 60s, 66, 68, somewhere in there. So the guitar is quieter, looks cool. We upgraded the tremolo. This guitar, we used Callahan bent steel saddles. The original saddles that came on this guitar, 2 of them, actually had some problems, and the machining is just not as good as Callahan's machining. So these saddles really are nicely made. We aged them so that they would look the part on this road-worn guitar, and we also put a Callahan block on this tremolo. The original Stratocasters had a solid steel inertia block. In this guitar, it uses a cast zinc block, is what it comes with from Fender, so we replaced that with a Callahan block, so you just get more resonance and sustain. It's got more mass, and it's just a better sounding material. As far as the electronics, we completely gutted the guitar. These are completely new electronics. We also used raw vintage pickups. If you're not familiar with raw vintage, they are part of Pro Sound Communications. And those are the guys that bring you exotic effects like the BB preamp and the RC booster and the AC booster. I mean, lots and lots of guys using that stuff. And you know, the whole Pro Sound family of companies are sort of, you know, they're targeting sort of the high-end pro level stuff. And so anyway, that's the pickups that are in this. They're 62, 64 pickups. It's wired like normal Stratocaster, with the exception that we put a little push-button switch here that combines your 2 position and your 4 position. Normally, the 2 and the 4 would be 2 coils combined in parallel, and that parallel setting is what gives you that Fender sort of chiminess, that open, quacky, chimey sound. The push-button switch essentially changes that so that in the 2 position and the 4 position, where you've got your combination, in those positions, if you press the switch down, you just converted those to series rather than parallel. And I'll demonstrate what that does. So basically, this guitar really, we've just done a lot to it. It's had everything done to it. So here's the neck pickup on this guitar. little gain. So here's the 4 position. For us, the 5 position is the neck. The 4 position is these two in parallel. Here it is clean. And you can hear that sort of characteristic Fender quackiness. Hear how it gets fuller when I press the switch. I just took them and at first they were in parallel, pressing the switch, now they're in series. So here it is in parallel again. And you heard it probably when I press the switch, it gets a little bit louder, you get a little bit more sort of fullness, a little more mid-range, it pushes your preamp a little bit harder, and so again that's series, that's parallel. So this is what you would normally have. And here it is with some gain. Again, this is parallel, this is the normal setting. And here it is series. That's parallel. That's series. Here's the middle position. And here's the middle with a little gain. So here's the 2 position. So that's the bridge in the middle in parallel. This is the normal setting. And here it is in series when I press the button. Here it is with a little gain. And that's series. You probably heard that bump in volume. And here's the bridge pickup clean. And here it is with some gain. This is a great guitar. It's as good as anything. It really, really is a killer guitar. So, thanks for watching.